Hey everyone, welcome back to Code in Motion. Today we're looking at LeetCode problem number 48, rotate image. So we're given a two-dimensional matrix that represents an image. Rotate the image by 90 degrees clockwise. And you have to do this in place. We cannot return back a new 2D matrix. And so if we look at an example over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, as you can imagine, if we rotate this by 90 degrees, this row will become the column on the right side, like so. So 1, 2, 3 gets shifted over here. It becomes, instead of a row, it's now a column, and it's also on the right side. Likewise for 4, 5, 6, this row becomes a column, and it's in middle. And 7, 8, 9, it goes from the last row to the first column. All right, so let's see how we can actually approach this from an algorithmic perspective. On the left-hand side, I have the input matrix, and on the right-hand side, I have the desired rotated 90-degree matrix. One thing I want you guys to note is that the row in the input matrix corresponds to a column in the desired rotated matrix. And so why I bring this up is that there's actually an operation you can perform on a matrix in order to convert the rows into columns. And that's called a transpose, right? So the first step we should do is transpose the matrix and then see what else we should do. So we're gonna flip matrix ij and matrix ji with each other. And that's how you transpose the matrix. You're just gonna convert the rows to columns. So the last element now to transpose is just 9. And now we're done. We transposed the matrix. Now let's see what we have. In the first row, we have 1, 4, 7 versus 7, 4, 1. In the second row, we have 2, 5, 8 versus 8, 5, 2. In the last row, we have 3, 6, 9 versus 9, 6, 3. So we're close. The only thing we have to do now is reverse each row, right? So let's reverse each row. Let's start with the first row. 1, 4, 7 becomes 7, 4, 1. 2, 5, 8 becomes 8, 5, 2. And 3, 6, 9 becomes 9, 6, 3. And we're done. This is now actually the desired matrix, right? So first we have to transpose the matrix, and then we're going to reverse each row. Now, what's the time complexity of this? The time is O of mn. We have to scan through every single element in the array, in this case twice, once to transpose it, and then another time to reverse each of the rows. The space complexity is O of 1 because we're doing this in place on the input matrix. All right, so now let's code out the solution. I'm just going to define m and n variables to make this easier when we iterate through the loops. So len matrix is m and len matrix 0 is n. This is an m by n matrix. And now we know that we need to transpose the matrix, then reverse the rows. So I'm just going to define two helper functions. So def transpose matrix. And what we're going to say is for I in range m, for j in range. And here's where we have to be careful. To transpose, we're going to swap the elements matrix ij and matrix ji. So we really only want to start j at I and go to n. If we start j, if we just go from 0 to n like this, then we're going to re-swap the elements. We're going to swap them once and then swap them back, and we won't have a transpose. So we only want to do the swap once, so we're going to start j from I and go up to n. Now we're going to swap the I and j indices, so matrix ij and matrix ji become matrix ji and matrix ij. So this is like Python notation. You can define two variables at the same time. So matrix ij is going to become matrix ji, so we swap it, and matrix ji becomes matrix ij. And then we're done. That's how you transpose a matrix. And now we need a helper function to reverse the rows of each of the rows in the matrix. So for I in range m, we're going to take that array, so matrix I, and we're going to reverse it. So we're going to reverse that row. And that's it. This is all done in place. So the first part of my algorithm is I need to transpose the matrix, the input array, and then I just reverse the rows of the matrix, and I'm done. I'm done. That's why I wanted to define the helper methods, because the code looks much more cleaner like this. And let's run this and see if it succeeds. And it does. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, be sure to subscribe and like the video down below. It means a lot. I'll see you in the next one.